When Apple unveiled the new iPhone 6s and 6s Plus, they showed off the evolution of the Force Touch technology found in the Apple Watch. This is called 3D Touch, and while many were confused on the name change, it's important to note that it's not really the same thing. This is Derek Lee with One Tech Stop, and this is a quick look at 3D Touch on the iPhone 6s. Apple takes Force Touch a step further by giving the user access to context menus within iOS, but also by allowing different levels of force to interact with your phone. For example, when selecting a picture in your Photos app, you can use 3D Touch by pressing down to open a photo, or you can add just a little pressure to simply preview a photo or video. Furthermore, sliding your finger up will unveil more options. Certain apps have been updated with 3D Touch capabilities, which may or may not come in handy. Instagram allows you to go straight to the activity view, search, or direct messages, and even lets you go straight to posting a new photo without opening the app first. Swarm simply lets you jump straight to the check-in screen, which I think is pretty handy. Twitter and Facebook also support the feature, but what they allow you to do is dependent on the app, of course. Using 3D Touch is quite an interesting experience, and it takes a little while to get used to. When using it, you're prompted by a short click-like sensation, a sort of haptic feedback that's quite alarming at first. It's somewhat reminiscent of the BlackBerry Storm, for those of you who remember that phone. If you click down on an app that doesn't support 3D Touch, however, you get a slightly longer vibration and the screen sort of blinks at you, indicating that no, your powers will not work here. One of my favorite 3D Touch features, though, has to do with multitasking. You can open up the multitasking view by pressing onto the very left edge of the screen. You can even toggle between two apps by pressing down and sliding your finger over. I still find myself double tapping the home screen to launch multitasking most of the time, which renders 3D Touch as just another way to do the same thing, really. The technology is pretty cool, and while it may seem a bit cumbersome to some, it does give iOS a new, less obvious level of functionality, making its static app icons act somewhat like widgets that you'd find on Android. While you can't necessarily control the apps using 3D Touch, you can potentially navigate them quicker by jumping to certain most used functions. I can't say I use it much, besides multitasking and showing off the new live wallpapers, but who knows, maybe some of you guys prefer the new method? I mean, come on, tapping apps is so 2007. Thanks for watching, and be sure to look out for my review of the iPhone 6s coming really soon. Until then, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.